afternoon, everyone. So as you can see, we are at our silage, finishing off the second part of our second cut silage. We actually haven't that much left to do. I've been under quite a bit of pressure and didn't have much time to do any videoing. So with only a few pieces left, the pressure is kind of easing off, and I'll try and take a little bit of footage now, just as I'm kind of lifting the last bit of grass. Unfortunately, I can't really get any footage from outside the tractor because for it to walk I kind of have to be driving it, so it's just how it is. Ben is driving our 6420S, and then the other tractor that's drawing. This morning we had our neighbour with the 150, the new 155R. He was drawing this morning, and then now this afternoon we've got another neighbour with his Fendt, and he was actually drawing last week as well. I didn't get any footage of him, so I'll hopefully get a little bit of footage of him drawing this time around, if I don't block the pickup. Yeah, but grass is in very, very good condition. You can see there, well, maybe you can't, but the wind is blowing bits of shards of grass back on top of the tractor, which is always a good sign that it's fairly dry. This here was mowed out last night, fairly late. We lifted one field last night and decided then that we'd mow out this piece here as well. This was actually one of the pieces which was scheduled for round bales, but what we done was, rather than, we're going to have a lot of round bales as it is, and rather than not have that pit completely full that we're putting the grass in at the minute, we decided that we'd mow out another bit of grass and try to get it fairly full. So that's what we done. So it was mowed out late enough last night, but I'm surprised how dry it is. There was a bit of a dew that was falling as I was mowing it, but it's very dry now today. There hasn't been much sunshine today. It's been fairly dull, but there's quite a good breeze, so overall there hasn't been bad drying. JF is working fairly well. We have a little bit of an issue just starting to develop with it. I noticed it earlier on. The slip clutch, which is it's on the PTO shaft in close to the machine itself, is starting to act up. It's starting to tighten up a small bit. I noticed it earlier on when I lifted off on the revolutions per minute, or the revs. I noticed that it slowed down fairly quickly, which isn't very good for the tractor. So I'm just having to be careful now. What I'm doing is, if I need to slow the revs down, I have to just click it off and pop it straight into neutral and let it slow down of its own accord. That way the tractor's PTO brake isn't slowing the machine down. This field is kind of all little awkward corners and triangles, and it's not very simple to lift this row around the headlands. I could have picked an easier field to video me lifting, but what do you do? These rows are also slightly wider than what our own mower is leaving, because they were mowed with the 10 foot on group. So they are slightly wider than normal, which is also leaving it a little bit more awkward. Yeah, so as I said, this field was cut earlier in the year for hay, and we didn't, kind of stayed off. There's some steep enough hills in it, and we kind of stayed off those with the mower last night. And what we'll do is we'll round bale those other few bits in this. There's still be there's about 10 or 11 acres in this altogether. There's a couple of acres of it is under trees, as you can probably see there. This was the former golf course. So yeah, there's still probably about 4 acres of it is going to be cut for bales. Just giving Ben the thumbs up and going ahead. So just the last few rows is left. This is the last of the long rows, and then there's about 5 then short rows, and that'll be the end of the work for the JF for this year. So that's us. We have all the grass now lifted. You'll see here by just the few bits that we left behind, it's quite a steep hill here, and on over there to the left, and then there's another bit over there on top of the hill over to the right. It's probably about 1.5 acres here. Then there's something in the region of, I'd say, 2.5 acres over the far side. So we'll probably be back up here tomorrow now mowing that, and we'll let it sit then for a day or so before we get it baled. So that's us. Yeah, the issue is in here with this bad boy. You can actually hear, if you put your hand in there, there's something that's loose and a lot of dust that shouldn't be there. So we've this machine now about 4 years, and we've never had to do anything other than grease it. So we'll not mind spending a few quid on it. It wasn't that expensive when we bought it. Yeah, and it's been very good. So we'll probably have to buy a new slip clutch now for it. And also there's a rubber reverse wheel which was worn in it when we got it. I'd say we'll probably replace that as well. So that's it. Back to the yard, and we'll see if I can get a bit of footage of the teleporter pushing up some silage.